Oh, it's not ready.
Don't worry about copyrights. If I get sued by Herbie, then I think that'll help me out a little bit.
Yeah. Well, boost your fame.
All right. Welcome to Come On, Come Over, episode 7, I think. It's been a while since I checked. But yeah, man. All right, let's get started. Hell yeah. I am here today with my good friend Hudson.
Yeah.
What's up, dude? Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Hudson Bebernes.
Keep it real.
I play in a band called Find Yourself. And that's mostly what I do.
Oh yeah, dude. Definitely. See you a lot in the music scene. Definitely, that's what I try to do. That's the project now, is try to get all the people I hang out with normally. And
go to a lot of the Placerville shows. So.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, when did you start playing with Find Yourself?
Almost exactly a year ago, actually.
Oh, that's sick.
So yeah, they've been together for quite a while longer, but I started a year ago. It's been awesome.
That's sick, man. You got the tour in with them and stuff?
Yeah. Last June or July. Yeah, did.
Oh yeah.
Did like 2 weeks. So
how'd that go?
It was awesome. It was the first time I've ever played that many shows in such a short time and played so many out of town shows. So it was super fun. It was exhausting, but it was awesome because fortunately those guys are super easy to hang out with.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I did a little mini tour type thing. We went to Oregon, played a few gigs down there. That was definitely good to have people that you like to hang out with when you're in a band with them for 13 hours at a time.
Yeah, you guys went and played Naughty Mermaid,
yeah.
Yeah.
Mermaid.
I went up there with Sun Sound one time.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah. Yeah, we slept in a parking lot out there. I was in a giant leopard blanket on the ground, and this gardener guy just the maintenance guy basically hey
you can't be doing this.
Yeah, at all. You're the loudest thing in this parking lot. This giant leopard thing on the ground.
Yeah, when we were on tour, we slept in a bunch of weird spots, camped out in the woods a bunch, and
that's
stuff.
awesome.
So again, it's expensive if you want to get a hotel every night.
Yeah, dude. Seriously.
But I like camping, and if it's summer, it's nice. If you do it in winter, it's harder to camp.
Oh yeah, dude. Seriously. Luckily we caught the Oregon thing it probably at the very end of summer because it was kind of fucking cold a little bit, but we caught it. We caught it in the survivable times.
Definitely still gets cold at night in summer in a lot of places. So you gotta,
especially next to the ocean.
Yeah, good sleeping bag and stuff.
Yeah,
blankets.
Definitely gotta have the gear. I need to get a good blanket. A really heavy military blanket.
Yeah, or a good sleeping bag. Sleeping bag goes a long way because it's completely enclosed. You can hold in the body.
That's the shit. That's the way to do it.
But, yeah, I've got a lot of experience with camping because I did a lot of backpacking, hitchhiking around when I was younger. So I'm used to sleeping outside and all that. So
hell yeah, that's I'm probably gonna invest in a good sleeping bag. That's some good advice right there. That's some good unsolicited advice.
It's an item everyone should have in their arsenal.
Hell yeah, dude. Especially a musician.
Yeah.
Where's some other weird spots you slept at?
On
the tour.
Mainly just camping out, and occasionally promoters would offer us a place to stay. But yeah, I mean when we camped out, we usually would drive half of our drive, and then find a spot just out in the middle of nowhere.
Nice. That's fucking sick though.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and it's ideal being I don't know, you try to camp where there's in a city and you'll get bothered. So
yeah,
you can drive out to the middle of nowhere. We camped at a campsite you pay $8 for her to stay there for the night one time, and that was pretty nice because had showers and stuff. So.
Oh yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And benches.
Showers are important.
We actually got to like had time to put up our tents because most of the nights we just kind of slept out. I guess maybe we put up our tents. We just got to relax because it was a spot that you could chill at. But it was kind of it was like a really lame campsite. It was like, you know, by a lake, and we're like, oh man, sweet lake, we can go like swim in the morning and stuff, and then we go to the lake in the morning and it's just like the grossest, like gnarliest lake. Like there's no beach or anything. It's just like surrounded by rocks. And shrubs, and it's like, man, I'm not going in that.
Yeah.
It smells like sulfur.
Ooh, that's potent.
Yeah.
That's potent. Burn a little beard hair off walking next.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got a pretty gross fucking pond, fucking about 100 feet that way. Literally known by the entire city of Placerville as Duck Shit Pond.
Yeah. That's what I know that.
Right? Like, it's so funny how that name got around to like everybody.
Yeah.
This is this random little creek. Everyone's like, hey, let's go hang out there.
Yeah. When I was in high school, let's go smoke a bowl of duck shit.
Yeah, I go smoke a bowl of duck shit, dude. Yeah, that's the spot. That's the grossest like body of water. I think it's like it's I see people fishing in there too. I'm like, you're gonna eat that, dude? Like,
yeah, I don't know. It's probably good fish. There's a lot of stuff for them to munch on. You know.
Yeah.
They have a pretty varied diet.
This is some nutritious. Nutritious. That's what I meant. Yeah. Nutritious. A little spin.
You just gotta wash it good, cook it. You know. It's all encased in a bag. You know, the fish skin. It's uncontaminated.
Nice. That's good. It filters through. Okay, man. Dude, so you play like a bunch of instruments.
Yeah.
To
some degree.
That's pretty fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
Like I caught a video of you guys jamming last night.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, damn, Hudson's like, it was when you were really getting into it and you're just like ripping it on the drums. That shit was so fun. It was even Bryant like jamming.
Yeah, man, it's so fun to jam on drums. Like, I'm not super good. I can play a few beats like pretty well, so it's fun to jam though. Like, yeah, I like to anytime I can get my hands on anything that makes a sound.
Dude, seriously,
play it. So
I totally feel like that too, but I don't have the like melodic side, like the music.
It takes a lot of time spending a lot of time with it to like get it. It took me like I sucked at guitar for years and years before I was like any good at all. So
hell yeah, you're giving me hope, man.
Yeah.
Shit, guitar, that was the gateway instrument for me, but I have not.
Yeah,
I cannot play. I can play like Sublime. But
that's what I got into music with, and it's still what I'm most proficient at.
Oh, nice, man. That was like your first instrument?
Yeah. I mean, actually, when I was really young, I had a keyboard that I played with, but I never actually like learned to play it. I would just play what sounded good to my ears and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, guitar is what I like learned music on.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah, I played on my grandma's piano. Now I think about it. Like, if we want to get like go deep, like first instrument, I did play a piano technically, you know, but like I was just messing with like the drum samples on it and shit.
Yeah, when I was in like 3rd grade, we had like a class talent show at school, and like I brought the piano and just like had a jam session. I didn't have a fucking clue what I was playing. I was just improvising it.
Oh yeah,
but
that's awesome, dude. What albums are you listening to lately? What's some stuff?
My main thing I'm listening to right now is Polyphia, New Levels, New Devils.
Polyphia? I've definitely... I know Polyphia. I'm familiar, I'm pretty sure. But not that familiar.
Yeah, they came through Sacramento on tours a couple times. Find Yourself, actually, before I joined the band, was supposed to play a show with them, and then Polyphia got offered a spot on tour with Dance Gavin Dance, and so they canceled that show. So Find Yourself was pretty bummed about that.
Oh man!
I even actually I bought a ticket because it was before I was in the band, and I was looking through my stuff the other day and found that ticket in a box, and I was like, Find Yourself, Polyphia. When did that happen? I had to ask him to remind me. Oh yeah, that show never happened.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's kind of cool. You selected a ticket for that.
Yeah, but I've been listening to that a lot lately. I don't know what else I've been listening to. Yeah, nothing's coming to my head right now. And lately, like, I've been listening to way more like podcasts and audiobooks than music.
Dude, same here, man. I totally feel that.
I mean, I like just the rest of my free time is so saturated in music. Sometimes, like, I just want to like not think about music because I don't know. It's hard for me when I play so often and write so much to like listen to music and just listen to it and like relax to it rather than like analyzing it and like trying to take away stuff to put in my own music and that kind of stuff. You know, I'm always like analyzing music when I listen to it, which is I don't know. It's a pro and a con. But.
Yeah, dude. No, I totally feel that. I definitely had to loosen my guard up with that. Yeah. My guard was just way too high, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to hear anything that wasn't just like Miles Davis or like just straight jazz and like or like Herbie Hancock and like just like fusion-y stuff. But now I'm like, you know, I can breathe. I can listen to other music now without like kind of just like I don't know. You know, I don't know. I get kind of manic when I listen to like some of the new rap and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I like before I'd be like, ugh. Get that away, but now I can understand and appreciate like the production side of it and the actual project of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like there's a lot of music that I enjoy listening to that a lot of my musician friends don't, like pop music type stuff.
Yeah, totally.
I do a lot of like electronic music production, and I really appreciate good electronic music production. I also like really appreciate like hooks and stuff like that,
dude,
which pop music and like some of the mainstream R&B stuff like kills it at, and I love like listening to stuff that has hooks and like learning how to write hooks. And I think a lot of people who are really good musicians kind of like shun poppy hooky stuff, and it's like I don't know, like people love hooks and like people want something they can remember. I mean, you can overdo it. A lot of pop music does get too repetitive. It's like you listen to the song like 3 times and then it's like it's already too much. So it's nice to combine hooks with like getting weird and like being more experimental and jazzy and stuff.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, there's like an interview, I think it was like Tyler the Creator. He's like that's like you can tell like when his style started changing. He's like, yeah, at one point I just started hanging out in clubs and really just like watch people and to see like what they react to like on hooks and like really heavy bass shit and like sub bass
dynamics can like
make the song move. And then that made like his new album Flower Boy made it a lot more like theatrical, like dramatic.
Yeah, it's pretty cool what a lot of like the rappers and stuff in his scene like were like combining hip hop with like R&B, and like a lot of those like rappers are like starting to sing more and stuff, and they're doing like really cool stuff. Like,
Kendrick
seriously. Lamar and Chance the Rapper and all those guys. Plus, they're like it's also cool that they do a lot of stuff with like live musicians, and not just live musicians, but like really good live musicians. Because you know hip hop's like known for just like being sample and having the DJ, but like you know people doing stuff with like Thundercat and all that.
Totally,
like,
dude.
Guys that just like shred at their instrument.
Dude, I love that. I love that aspect of it. I saw a video of like Thundercat and like Robert Glasper and a bunch of other great, amazing musicians.
Like, oh man, the stuff he does is so cool.
Right? Yeah, it was Robert Glasper and like Thundercat and like all these crazy people, and it's just like you can totally tell it's like this underground like jazz club. Where it's like crunk time too. It's probably like 2 a.m. and like the drummer's kind of crunk, but he's still killing it. And while amidst of all that happening and they're shredding it, fucking Dave Chappelle comes out, and it's like this video with like 2,000 views on it.
Yeah.
And Dave Chappelle's like, you know, just like clowning and stuff. And he's like, and now for the worst part, the bass solo. He's like, y'all can get your drinks now. And then the bass goes off. It's
shreddiest bass solo.
Yeah, it was pretty groovy, but it was crunk time still. You know what I mean? So it was such a real video.
That's cool.
I'll have to find it. I'll have to dig it out.
Yeah.
Show you.
Yeah, it's cool like seeing musicians that are in really collaborative scenes. Like I love that people like moving between bands and stuff, and like yeah, just collaborating with people and
I love that.
having chemistry with all the musicians in your community and stuff. Yeah. Our new Find Yourself single, we've got a collab on, so I'm pretty stoked on that. Yeah.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah. Got Isaac from Dwellings is singing on it. So, and that should, we just sent it off to mixing yesterday, so it'll be coming down the pipeline pretty soon.
That's rad. Do you have so like on your singing parts, you guys just kind of have like a main singer? You guys kind of just like all do.
Well, so we have Isaac from Dwellings is singing. We actually do we do like a chant on this song too, which we do in a lot of our songs.
Yeah, I love that shit. By the way, that shit has such a specific vibe.
Yeah,
when you do that, everyone's doing it and chanting with you. And I'm all stoned at a venue, like yo.
Yeah, and it was funny when we added that chant to this song. We just were working on as soon as we added the chant, it was like, oh man, this sounds like so Find Yourself, because like a lot of our songs have that chant with us all together.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, because none of us are great singers, and we can all sing a little bit, but it's also really hard to sing while playing math rock because it's really technical and like,
yeah.
We're also like moving around a lot, so like trying to do that, play and sing would be a lot to take on.
Yeah, seriously, yeah, the acrobatics makes singing's fucking hard, dude. That's
it is hard, especially in a live situation.
Oh yeah, totally.
You can't hear yourself perfectly, and just being on stage can be an intimidating thing, especially singing.
Yeah,
like for me, guitar on stage, like I feel completely comfortable, but singing, you're a lot more vulnerable, than just playing an instrument.
Yeah, really, definitely.
Really putting a lot out there for the audience to see. And, singing, you don't have frets on your voice, which,
dude,
guitar has the advantage of
I've
keys.
totally made those, like, major slides where, like, it's like, oh, that wasn't good. Like, that wasn't on.
Unless you got an auto-tune in your rack, you gotta be really on top of it. You can't just, but,
yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it should be cool because this song that Isaac's singing on, we're gonna be doing a couple of shows with him pretty soon, so we'll get to play it live with him, which I'm like super excited about because it's really fun to play like with a singer. Because we played a couple shows with Kurt Travis and where he sang on the song that he did a feature on, and it's really fun to have a singer like to vibe off of and stuff. And
yeah, totally like new. Like dynamic to it.
Yeah, and I feel like when you have a singer too, it's a lot more engaging for the audience in a certain way, which that's always fun. Like when you can interact with the audience during your set, and a singer really adds to that.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Singers definitely hook people for sure. Yeah. Like I don't know what it's the power, man. It's the power. Yeah. But it's cool to have like a mix of like, hey man, we're gonna fucking shred it up and have a singer in it too, fucking Idea Team does that awesome.
Yeah.
That was like where that kind of hit for me. I was like, that's fucking how you should do it. Like, you can have your time to fucking shred out and jam hard and get your crazy drum like rhythms in there and stuff. And then you got this fucking power vocalist.
Yeah, Idea Team is so good.
Idea Team is sick, dude.
Yeah, it's funny watching them on stage, like at a small venue like PJ's, and it's just like, got so many guys up there. Like,
yeah, dude.
Man, how do you do that? I feel like you don't have enough room to Find Yourself, and it's 4 of us.
Dude, totally. Yeah, and then you got the stacks and stuff.
Yeah, they've got like, what, 8 people or something?
I think so. Yeah, a bunch of people. Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, man. We're going through them. Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Do you like stand-up comedy?
I do like it. I don't like really watch much of it or listen to much of it though, so I'm not familiar a lot with the guys out there. But yeah,
more into like podcasts and stuff.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of podcasts that are like guest and interview style, like Joe Rogan and Sam Harris and stuff, and a lot of ones too, like Radio Lab. I really like that stuff, like just hearing weird stories about stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
I like yeah. Some comedians have some really good ones. There's this guy Pete Holmes.
mm-hmm.
He has one. All the Nerdist podcasts I like. All of them are like pretty solid. Like Pete Holmes has one called "You Made It Weird," and then there's Weird Al has one. It's pretty good too.
Really?
He's a great interviewer too.
Oh, yeah.
He's like really good. He hits home.
I haven't listened to Weird Al in so long.
Yeah, right.
I used to be all about Weird Al. Like one of the first. I think it was like cassette.
Nice.
That yeah, that was a Weird Al.
That's like Weird Al. I got my buddy's brother a Weird Al album.
Yeah,
it was cool. It was cheap at Dimples. I was like, this is perfect. This is just obscure enough.
Yeah, how do they stand?
Dude, I don't know. There's always like 12 people looking at stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe stealing pins and not buying anything. I don't know. I don't know how they're.
It's cool they have vinyl and books though. But I don't know. Like they have the whole movie section and the CD section. It's like can't imagine like they're selling much or making money off of this. But I mean, it's cool that they're still there. I mean,
I'm glad.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bummer that like things have gone the way they are to where those. Like, because a record store is like a good space to, interact with other people who are into music too.
Yeah, totally.
It's a bummer to see places like that.
Yeah, no, it really hit like where I lived recently in Elk Grove. There's literally like one thing to do there. That was the record. That was Dimple.
Yeah.
It was Dimples next to Skips. And Skips was all right.
Yeah.
And they fucking shut the Dimple down. I was like, dude. Like, what the fuck is anybody gonna do now? It's literally just like flat. You can go to Taco Bell now. That's it. It's like,
yeah.
But yeah, like that was when I moved there. I was probably like 14. That was totally the spot. Yeah. Go ask a bunch of music nerd shit. It's like, hey man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like even the music stores. Like, there's a lot less around. It's like Placerville, we don't have one at all. It's like super sucks.
Yeah, we had that one dude sold records in the back on Main Street.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know, it's because everybody buys everything at Guitar Center. It's like, it's hard not to because it's like so much cheaper, but I don't know. It sucks not to have music spaces around,
Yeah. Yeah, music stores don't, like, instrument. Those don't exist anymore besides, like, Guitar Center.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few around. Like, Ariana, who works at EDH Music, she was telling me, like, a lot of the stuff in the music store, they don't even make money off of, like, a lot of the instrument sales. Like, they hardly bring money from. It's, like, just because they're just trying to match the big box stores and, like, can't afford it. When you're not buying in massive bulk.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's what you do. There's one guitar shop that was around. It might still be around. But I went in there and every single thing there was a quart. It was a quart guitar. You can get like 3 quart basses. Everything was just quart. I was like, what?
Mainstream music was all quart stuff. Which I was not into. I mean,
I was like, this is a quart store. They had a bunch of cool picks though.
Yeah, I mean, for the cheaper acoustic guitars and stuff, the quarts are like a pretty good deal actually. They seem like they're pretty well made, but I mean, quart's not the kind of guitar I want to play.
It's funny seeing a store just literally all that.
Yeah.
All quart.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like with all the like contracts that the music stores have to do with like what they can sell. Like if you want to sell one brand, you can't sell another brand and stuff. Like I play a G&L guitar, and I remember trying to find one in person to play was like a pain in the butt because Fender has like a contract that you can't sell G&L guitars where you sell Fender guitars.
Whoa.
So everybody wants to sell Fender because that's the popular brand. So nobody carries G&Ls. Like, so
whoa, I did. That's so specific. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I think a big part of the reason is G&L was a company that Leo Fender started like after he had quit Fender. So I guess they have kind of a rivalry thing going on.
Yeah, definitely some beef.
Yeah. So I had to like drive.
That's cool.
I could, the closest music store I could find that carries G&Ls was in Davis. So I went down to, well, we were actually playing a show in Davis, so I was like, oh man, I gotta stop by this music store because they've got the G&Ls. And so I went in and I was able to play one, but they still didn't like have the model I wanted or whatever. So I ordered my G&L, which I'm always like iffy about ordering guitars, but
dude, I feel that.
But G&L has a really good reputation for consistency in their workmanship and stuff. So like,
that's awesome.
The guitar I got like plays great.
Is that your blue one?
Yeah, the like bluish green. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that color. That color's sick.
Yeah, I fucking love the color too, and it plays super well. Best guitar I've ever owned.
Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, I know what you mean though about ordering stuff online. I got that checkered Congo online.
Yeah.
Well, cracked up, but it's all good, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's hard, like, I don't know, just the way an instrument feels in your hands. Like, I remember when I was a teenager, I ordered a guitar online one time, and it got there, and then as soon as I played it, I realized, oh, this isn't the guitar for me. You know, it looked good on paper and with all the specs, but just playing it wasn't right. So,
oh man,
you know, because you have to have a connection with your instrument. Not, you know, everybody has their particular peculiarities that they want in their instrument, how it feels and sounds.
Yeah, definitely a very peculiar thing. Very specific. It's like yeah, dude.
Totally. Yeah, it's funny because like me and Tim, the other guitarist in Find Yourself, we have like very different tastes in guitars. Like he likes super shreddy metal guitars, and like I like more. I don't know what I'd call them. I mean, like the G&L, it's kind of Fendery, which I like Fenders. Like I played a Squier Telecaster before this G&L and stuff. But
yeah,
I like
they're like groovy.
They're groovy. Guitars with a little more, I guess, chunk to them almost.
Yeah. Like, no, I can totally see that now. like you and Tim have totally different guitars. Yeah. Like it really stands out now in my brain. It's like you have like this groovy like super
mine almost like, to me it feels like a funk guitar.
Yeah, super funky. Totally.
Which when I bought it, I was playing in Sun Sound and we were doing a lot of funky stuff.
So, nice.
And I was listening to a lot of funk back then. But even like I love bringing that kind of funky sound to the math rock, prog rock stuff because I don't know, that's just a sound I like. Like speaking of Polyphia earlier, like one of the things I love about their new album is like how funky the guitar tones are and the guitar riffs. Just like, I love that fat chunky tone.
Yeah,
like,
dude, super like danceable kind of.
Yeah, catchy really and like
groovy.
The way it like. Punchy, like super compressed.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I totally feel that, dude. Yeah, that's where they fucking shine. That's where like those types of bands shines. They're like tones and stuff, and like how punchy they can make their guitars.
Yeah.
I'm like, god damn, dude.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like most math rock albums, like have, like I hate the production on. Like a lot of them are just badly produced, and even the ones that are well produced, they don't go for that like pop punch style. They tend to go for a more realistic sound, like you're in the room with the instruments, which is cool, but I like fucking overproduced, like hit you in the chest, like the drums sound like in your face and the guitars sound in your face and everything's clear what's going on. I'm all about that.
Definitely, dude. Totally. Yeah, I know what you mean. The raw feeling, like kind of that raw, like EP style.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is too, a lot of those math rock bands and that kind of music, like most of those bands aren't on labels or they're on, you know, little indie labels, so they don't have a lot of money to put into production. So it makes sense.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah. But it's also a stylistic choice too. I mean, a lot of people like that garage bandy record sound. So, and I do like it on certain stuff, but for the most part, I prefer really clean, like crisp, in your face production.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's an Arctic Monkeys, like I can't remember which one. It's the one with like the chick at a coffee shop on the cover, but that one's kind of like that EP kind of style. That like it's like a whole album, but it's like definitely kind of not the overproduced, but like you're in a room kind of style, and it definitely fits like some things, you know.
That's interesting. I'm not like super familiar with the Arctic Monkeys, but I feel like their newer stuff is like
totally different, than their old stuff.
That's interesting that they made that transition.
Yeah, now they're like
I like a lot of Arctic Monkey stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I love them, dude. I love them. They're fucking awesome. Yeah. Super killer. There's a fucking weird Ben Stiller movie that he made where they use like every song is like an Arctic Monkeys song that they wrote for this movie.
Really?
And it's not a comedy or anything either. It's like this weird.
That's interesting. That's a weird mashup of things.
Yeah, it is. It is weird. They're all like British and stuff too. It's like it's not Tropic Thunder. Yeah. Have you seen Tropic Thunder?
I don't think I have.
That movie's hilarious.
I don't really like see a lot of movies. I live in the boonies where I don't have internet or anything, so like movies aren't something I get to do a lot. I mean, it's kind of nice because it forces me to focus on productive things.
Oh hell yeah!
But at the same time, sometimes I need internet to do productive things.
So yeah,
it can be frustrating. I'm always like, especially like I just got Pro Tools recently, and I've been trying to like learn it, and it's a pretty deep program, and it's very different in how they do a lot of stuff from what I'm used to working with. I'm used to Ableton, and Pro Tools approaches a lot of things very differently. But so I'm constantly like trying to figure out how to do stuff on there, and like, you know, I don't have internet, so I just have the manual downloaded onto my phone, and like the manual's a pain in the ass to search through. Yeah. So it's like, man, I wish I could just fucking Google this right now and like figure it out, but I don't know. There's also a benefit to like learning things through exploring, but sometimes you just need to look something up, and if you can't do it, it's a pain in the butt. Just we're so spoiled, like living in a time where every answer's at your fingertips.
Yeah,
but
you got a game genie for everything.
Yeah, yeah. But it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah, man. I'm trying to think of this dude. It's weird. He's got this weird name. Shit. I'll try to like plug in the name later if I remember it. But he went into, you know, he like lost his job and broke up with his girlfriend. And he like locked himself in a cabin in the woods and totally did it up with like Ableton on an iMac.
Oh yeah.
And like just like through that alone, he got like a Grammy for it and stuff.
That sounds like. Are you talking about Bon Iver?
I am talking about Bon Iver. Yeah, dude, they're fucking crazy. Dude. Like production. You want to talk production? That's like what?
Yeah, Bon Iver is really cool. Like, he released that most recent album, and like, which sounds completely different from everything else he did before, and like, he's so experimental and like he's one person that like uses autotune in like such a creative way that you know, he's like a great singer because you hear him sing without autotune all the time, but like he'll use autotune, and he uses some other stuff too that I'm not like vocoder type stuff and stuff.
Yeah,
he's one of the most like experimental vocalists like I know of, which I love that because I don't know, you see all these guitar guys with like massive pedal boards and like getting weird and stuff, but hardly any vocalists like really delve into that territory, and it's cool to see guys who do that.
Yeah, that is super cool. Yeah, he uses like those like effects over like horns and stuff too, like sax. This weird like auto-tune or whatever vocoder things, you know.
Yeah. Boxes and doodads.
Doodads and doodads. Whatchamacallits. But yeah, that was that's such a cool method. I saw this video on this YouTube video kind of like going over like Kanye and Bon Iver, and they were saying how like Kanye when he had such a distinctable voice, like you know it's him whenever he's writing anything. So his decision to auto-tune was just like, I like that he uses it as a tool to robot himself to make him like to separate you from him a lot, you know. I like that concept, like with the vocals and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool ways to do that, and like vocoder is kind of the same feel, like
totally.
It's giving your vocals just another timbre to play with, and like I don't know, there's so much creative ground to explore doing that.
And it totally separates you from the person singing. It's like a robot. It's like this weird entity now, you know.
Yeah, it is kind of weird, like how you can create almost like a auditory image of something that isn't real, that doesn't exist in reality, by like using vocal effects to make things sound robotic or like a creature or whatever.
Yeah.
Or I'm like Mars Volta. Cedric from Mars Volta does a lot of stuff like that, where he'll like put a ring mod on his voice or a like weird flanger or something, and like I'm all about that kind of stuff.
I love that stuff, dude.
Yeah.
On a less gnarly level, Reggie Watts too. He's got some cool shit. I like his stuff.
Dude, Reggie Watts is great. Like
he's rad.
It's so like fun to watch him, like where his mind goes when he's doing the loops, and like his like feel for improv is just so good.
It's so phenomenal, dude. Yeah. Like it's so great. Some people are like, you keep that away, but I'm like, yo, dude, this is like, it's funny. Come on.
I mean, I feel that because I'm the kind of person, I don't like comedy music all that much. Like
yeah, me, totally.
Most comedic musician like type stuff, like I don't know. I guess it's just the way I relate to music, and like I like comedy, like mainly stand-up comedy is the kind of stuff I like. But for me, like combining with music just feels like almost sacrilege or something. Like music, but Reggie Watts is one of the guys who does it and like pulls it off really well. And there's a few other guys who do, but
there's like, I know what you mean though. It feels like, well, because I like Dimitri Martin, but I don't like those like bust out an acoustic and just play a C chord through like. Yeah. I don't know. This style just seems kind of cornball.
Yeah, and I think one way that Reggie Watt does it that works is like he kind of, the comedy is often kind of about the music rather than just comedy being slapped on top of like playing guitar or something.
Dude, totally.
He's using the music to make the comedy better, like, as part of it rather than just trying to take a joke and like slap it on, which I feel like a lot of guys do.
Slap on a freaking stepmom joke or something, just dumb, like whatever, like totally, dude. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Reggie Watts is fucking groovy. This one was it? I watched one of his specials and I was like tripping balls super hard one time. It was the one where he keeps bouncing from like venue to venue. Like the footage keeps like, oh, it's in Arizona now, it's in New York, now it's in LA. It's just like, it's a good one. But yeah, the editing and all that stuff too. And like there's a part where he's like going backwards. I'm like, you're so crazy, like how you can come up with this shit. Very creative.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen any of his specials.
I've seen a few, I'll link that to you.
Clips and stuff.
Yeah. I'll totally link that to you. That's the one to watch. There's his new one. I'm like, it's a little too. I don't know. I'll probably have to watch it again, but it's just not as straightforward. Yeah, it's kind of more like spacey, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, more free form than like planned out and sharp. Yeah, it's just not as sharp. But then again, it's Reggie Watts. He's just goofing around all hard, like to the furthest extent.
He's a weird guy.
Yeah, totally. I liked his old band too. He had an old band.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was called Mactub. Pretty good. Super.
Did he like beatbox in it or?
Dude, totally normal band. He was just the lead singer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of like old Weezer-y stuff. It's like weird. It's like.
Would have never guessed.
Yeah, it's just like normal, kind of.
It's just like normal.
It's just like normal, like 2000s music.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, definitely. They do like a Led Zeppelin cover.
Led Zeppelin cover.
But it's like a super spacey Led Zeppelin cover. It's like No Quarter, I think.
Led Zeppelin got some few good songs.
They do. I'm not afraid to admit that. They do have a couple good tunes.
It's also like I've heard every Led Zeppelin song way more times than I ever want to hear.
Yeah, dude, totally.
When I was like 16, I was like, it was probably my favorite band or whatever. So I listened to a lot of it. And now, like, I don't know, it's always on the radio. I always hear it at work all the time.
Yeah. My alarm when I was like 16 was the ocean.
Yeah.
I was like, it's time to go to high school. Be tired all day.
Led Zeppelin, make me ready for this day.
Yeah. John Bonham, I'm calling on you, homie. Help me out.
Give me that fat kick.
That bomb shuffle, bro.
Fat flubby kick.
Yeah, those definitely they're on the radio a lot. Too damn much. And it's like all their songs too. It's not just like fucking they have it goes too far when on a radio show they have like the Led Zeppelin hour.
Yeah.
Every single night forever.
Yeah. I mean, it's like they're such like a notorious band. It's at the point where like every one of their songs is considered like a hit song or whatever.
Yeah.
Not everyone, but most of them.
Yeah, definitely.
They've got so many songs that everybody knows.
Well, hell yeah, man. Want to wrap it up?
Yeah, sure.
Fuck yeah, dude. Well, hell yeah, man. Hudson, you're fucking awesome, dude. Thanks for coming in and doing this,
awesome.
man.
Yeah, that's fun.
Heck yeah, man. Well, yeah, we'll probably have you back on. We'll try to get some bigger stuff happening, but
maybe get one of the other Find Yourself guys.
Yeah, dude, that'd be sick, man.
Tim was talking to me about it.
Yeah, dude, I definitely want to get to it.
We're like a little hesitant to like do interview stuff because we did one on tour and like came out super like weird and awkward just because we're all hella awkward guys.
Yeah, so. Dude, I feel it. Dude, same here, man. I totally feel it. Like it's kind of hard to set a microphone in front of you and just be like, hey.
Yeah, this is easier because like I know you a little bit, and those guys like we didn't know them at all. And
oh yeah,
really awkward. Like
totally.
But it was still fun.
Well, yeah, had fun. I definitely had much fun on this one.
Cool.
Alrighty, come over. Episode 7, I think. I hope I'm saying that right.
You can edit it in post.
We'll edit it in post. Fuck yeah. Alrighty, until next time, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Come over. Catch you next time. Later.